the 5. The 30. Rosamond-Jack Sam with caught at the 30. Julio Humphrey.
Deliver body blow after body blow after body blow. The team just wants to absolutely beat you up.
There are threats all over the field for these Georgia Bulldogs.
You're listening to Between the Hedges podcast with your host, Russ.
Thank you, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. Your day is here. It's Friday. We made it. That means game day is tomorrow, and we are so excited. I don't know if y'all are excited, but I know I'm excited, and I know Lisa here, she's just chomping at the bits to get this episode going. So we have a great show for you all in store today. Today's topics we're going to talk about is the Georgia Red Zone issue, and then Carson Beck is on a elite level. This is all Between the Hedges starting now.
Between the Hedges is brought to you by
Dog Swap. If you love custom frames, then you are going to love their designs. Dog Swap has all sorts of custom frames, from Sports Illustrated to photos and more. Go to our website and under our sponsors section, click Dog Swap and get your one-of-a-kind custom sports frame ordered today.
It's gonna be a good day. Look out from behind. Got the pass away. He threw a strike. Glad McConkey. Touchdown, Georgia. 41 yards.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Did you see what I got you?
Yes, I did, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.
She brought me a sour cream donut from Dunkin' Donuts. Isn't that very sweet of you? But I know why you did this.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I know you and my wife went to Hobby Lobby last night.
Okay.
I also know that my wife had a lot of shopping bags brought into the house last night.
You're not saying what I think you're saying.
I am. You got me this donut because my wife went with you last night and y'all spent a lot of money and you're feeling bad right now.
Whatever. I got you that donut because you said something about it yesterday.
Well, that may be true too. However, thank you. It's delicious.
I'm glad. And again, you're welcome.
We also want to say thank you to our new listeners who may be listening on the show and to our loyal listeners who are back. If you have not had a chance to click on that follow button, then go ahead and do it right now. Go ahead. We'll wait. It takes 2 seconds. It's right there. Just click follow.
Oh, brother.
Well, I'm just trying to help them find the button. You know, it might be hard for them to find. But anyway, so yes, definitely. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and click on that follow button. Don't forget to click on the notification as well, too. That way you guys can be notified of all the ins and outs. If you don't click on that follow button, it's okay. Lisa's just going to have to buy me donuts every morning now.
Y'all, please click that follow button. I don't have that kind of money.
Ha ha ha. Anyway, don't forget to check out our website where you guys can see all of our available podcast channels that we currently have right now for your convenience. Also, you can check us out on our Facebook page, our TikTok channel, and our YouTube now.
Yes, and don't forget our sponsors are also on the website for them as well, too.
Yes, definitely check them out as well, guys. We've got a good bit of sponsors right now, and if it wasn't for them, we would not be having a podcast right now, so definitely check them out.
I know Sarah's Scentsies, they've got a new scent out. I saw it last night on her Facebook page, and it looked really good. I cannot wait to get my order.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this podcast started for you guys right after this.
The dogs.
Between the Hedges is brought to you by
CB Tumblers. You ever wish you could have a custom tumbler? Well, now you can. CB Tumblers can make you any custom tumbler, from a bulldog design or a tie-dye. Whichever you like. Whatever you can think of, they can make it. Go to our website and under our sponsors section, click CB Tumblers and get your custom tumbler ordered today.
Welcome back Between the Hedges. We're going to move into our first segment today. So Georgia football is still searching for their solution to fix their red zone defense issues. Now, I know Kirby Smart knows it's a problem. He's not changing anything to fix it either. There's only so much you can do with your team. In fact, they actually got Coach Smart quoted in a conference saying, yeah, we're doing the same thing we've done every year. So the results have been different. But the process has been the same. Now, he also said that we've tried to make a bigger emphasis on it. When you say try to do anything different, just trying to do more of doing it right. Like eye control, doing your job, stopping the run, those things. Now, we were ranked second in the country in the red zone touchdowns in 2022. We're at 38%. Our opponents scored about 67% of their trips in the Georgia's red zone. Now in 2021, our defense was ranked first in both categories. Now our defense is giving up a touchdown on 76% of its trips in the red zones. That ranks us 125th in the country, guys. That is 88% score rate in the red zone. That's only marginally better at only 100th in the country. The numbers would be a lot bigger if teams were finding Georgia's red zone more often. That means we're doing something. That means there's a difference. We're making a difference here. And we've only seen 17 drives reach the red zone this season. That has tied us for 6th in the country, guys. Now, despite our defensive red zone issues, Georgia is still giving up 14.8 points per game. That is where we need to lock in our process. That's the problem right there. If we could just lock in right here, that would put us that puts us with the 14.8 points. That puts us 7th in the country and 1st in SEC. Now they still have a lot of defensive talent that can throw off opposing offenses. There has been talks about Georgia and rectifying their issues. One player, Michael Williams, said that, man, those conversations are long and tiring. It's something we work at hard. We take pride in our red zone defense here. This year hasn't been played to the standard. We've given up too many touchdowns in the red zones. We constantly working to fix that. So you can clearly see that this is an area that they are wanting to work on and fix it. Like you said, Kirby Smart, there's only so much you can do with the players and getting them to fix this issue. You figure if you do the same thing that made you successful the first year you went to the national championship, you do the same thing that made you successful the second time, you think you develop a pattern. But what we have to remember here is the main factor is human error, human growth, learning, processing, things like that. That takes time. Now, he isn't lying in the win over Florida. The Gators didn't reach the red zone until their 10th drive of the game. By then it was 36-7. However, we did give up a touchdown, and then again on its next trip again. So maybe we will get this issue down in time for the Mizzou game tomorrow. I don't know. They've been working really hard this week. I know Coach Smart's been doing a lot of reps with them, trying to get that under control. They are ranked first in the country for red zone scoring, Mizzou is. So it's a 97%, although Mizzou is ranked 30th in touchdown rates, though. So it's kind of a catch-22 there. We might do good. We might not do good. It is one of those things we're going to have to kind of, take a look at it and see what we can do. Now, we just need to tighten up and play some Bulldog football. Now, I personally feel like, to me, that if Coach Kirby Smart is trying to get this factored in and trying to get this fixed, this is obviously a concern of theirs. But again, like he said, you do the same thing that made you successful the first time you went to the national championships, then in theory it should work, right? Well, again, humans are different. Everybody is different. I personally think that it takes pride in what he's doing. But I don't know. That's just my thoughts. What do you think, Lisa?
I couldn't agree more, Russ. We definitely need to get control over our red zone defense. I think if we can get that down, I think we're going to be solid this weekend.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So let me know what y'all think, though. Do y'all think that this tactic of Kirby Smart's continuing to do the same thing every single time and not changing anything up is working? Or do you think that he should try to figure out a different tactic? I know that you're thinking, well, you got to the national championships in 2021, so clearly you know what you're doing. You got to the national championships in 2022, but clearly you know what you're doing. But the thing is that he's doing the same tactic he did in those two games, but yet he's different. It's like it's a different element. And that right there is the part that we have to factor in. Human beings. We are different. You could try to tell one person, just like my boys. I could tell my older son to do something, and he'll do it in one manner. I could tell my younger son to do it, and he'll do it in a different manner. I'm still practicing the same tactic, the same technique, but each boy is different. So it goes in that sense to saying that that's where the factors are always going to be different. You have to either try to change up your tactic to try to get the same results, or you keep doing the same tactic to get different results. it's just a factor. I don't know. But you guys tell me what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Give us a call, 706-389-0770. You can go to our website. That information is in the podcast description below. But yeah, definitely I want to know what y'all think, because I personally think, to me, if you're going to keep doing the same tactic, you got to expect to get different results. But then again, they also say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and getting different results, I believe is what it is. If I'm not mistaken, Lisa, is that right?
I know that Einstein had a theory of called quantum insanity. It's where you do the same thing over and over again, but you're expecting different results.
Wow, that was pretty impressive there, Lisa.
Well, I'm not just a pretty face, you know.
I never said you were a pretty face, Lisa. I've always thought that you were a very intelligent woman that knows a lot about sports, but I had no idea about quantum insanity. That sounds like something that's from the Big Bang Theory.
Well, if truth be told, I actually kind of got that from the episode of Sheldon and Leonard from Big Bang Theory.
Ah, the truth is finally coming out. Okay, well, anyway, that's what I mean, folks. Quantum insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. That is the level that Kirby Smart's taking towards our red zone defense, and I personally think that, to me, you need to try something different. You need to build up a different tactic. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, do you think that makes sense to try something different, Lisa?
Well, I mean, we have gone to the national championships twice back to back, and we may go again the third time, so clearly maybe there is some results to this quantum insanity. I don't know.
Maybe there is. But y'all let us know what y'all think. Seriously, call us. Leave a comment. You can email us, bthfpodcast@gmail.com. That's Bravo Tango Hotel Foxtrot Podcast @gmail.com. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Between the Hedges is brought to you by
Dog Swap. If you love custom frames, then you are going to love their designs. Dog Swap has all sorts of custom frames, from Sports Illustrated to photos and more. Go to our website and under our sponsors section, click Dog Swap and get your one-of-a-kind custom sports frame ordered today.
Welcome back to Between the Hedges, everyone. I'm your host, Russ, with the wonderful Lisa.
Hey, everybody.
In this segment, we're going to be talking about the NFL scouts. Are they taking notice of Carson Beck and his potential? So I read this article yesterday, and there were some pieces of it that kind of made some interesting facts, but then there's some parts behind it that kind of go back to the fact that what do we got to do to get some attention here at the Bulldogs? Just going to say it, but I don't see why he has. I don't see why he's not had a very impressive year at Georgia, to be honest with you. You know, I mean, he threw for 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions in a 43-20 win over the Gators. I should add, he did this also without his top catcher in the tight end, Bowers. Bad morning.
Did you just call him Bowser's?
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. It's the coffee. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Brock. Bowers. So, I should add, he did this again without Brock Bowers. I'm going to start saying Brock Bowers.
You mean Bowser?
No. Don't do that. I won't stop saying Bowser's. It's Brock Bowers. It's not surprising that the NFL is taking notice. Dan Brugler wrote in the article of The Athletic ranked Beck as the number 50 overall prospect in his rankings, and of course he said it was duly noted. I'm actually shocked that the number one team's quarterback is not getting a lot of attention. Nobody is talking about it on the NFL side or college. In fact, that's one of the things that Dan mentioned in the article that was quite surprising. They said he should be the talk of the news. 2,462 passing yards on 17 touchdowns. He is more than productive than Bennett was at this point in his season. I even watched another article that said the last time that somebody has done what Beck has done was during the Aaron Murray era. Now listen to this because it's going to set up what I'm about to go to next. And don't look at me like I'm crazy over there, Lisa. Yes, I said Murray.
I'm just waiting for you to say Bowser again. I like that.
You're never going to let me forget that, are you?
Nope.
Well, anyway, Beck is going to continue to get better. He is on a trajectory of being an NFL starter. You watch. Maybe someone soon might pay him some attention. I'm fairly certain we are going to continue to see more and more from Beck, especially now that he's having to step up and not really fulfill the role of a good player because of Brock being injured, and I know you thought I was going to say Bowser, but no, I said Brock. Brock being injured. So to me, it's giving Beck an opportunity to show something that I've seen from the beginning, and I even saw it last season too when I saw Beck come in as a second-string quarterback, and I even told my wife, I said, you watch that guy. That guy has got a good arm. I said, here he is, a second-string quarterback. He's a sophomore, and he's doing what he's doing. You watch. I said, we've got ourselves a good backup quarterback. And so I saw it from last year, and I'm seeing it this year. I am fairly certain that we're going to continue to see more and more from Beck. I feel that with Brock stepping away due to injury, again, nothing that was planned, obviously, by no means, but it opened the door for Beck. So I, Lisa, am going to be calling this Novembeck. Novembeck. That's going to be our thing for this month for November. Novembeck. Because it was Brocktober. You get it?
Oh, I got it.
I think Beck is so good because he has actually been mentored by great players. You've got Bennett. You got the coaches. You got other quarterbacks he's probably come in contact, people that he's seen in his life, people he's come in contact with from his high school days. You have to take all that into consideration. And the cool thing about it was that by him being so patient, I know sitting in there last year, possibly being the talented player that he was, watching Bennett go in and do what he did, I'm sure he might have even thought, am I ever going to get a chance to play? Am I ever going to get a chance to show off my talent? Is this just a waste of my time? Should I transfer? I guarantee you all that went through his mind. But his patience is really paying off. And it's paying off for the Georgia Bulldogs, too. Even Smart is quoted saying that he's bright and he understands the game. Smart goes on further to say that he has played a lot of snaps. He's more experienced than you give him credit for. A lot of the stuff he had when he got here, you know. He knew it already. He didn't just develop it. I mean, he was a good quarterback. He had a great demeanor coming out. He's got all the traits of a guy that can, win games with his arms, his mind, and even his feet. He's done a great job of doing that and continuing to improve his goal. That's what Kirby Smart was quoted saying in the press conference. So to me, even Kirby Smart said before he got there he was a talented player. That's why he was the backup quarterback last year, because they knew if anything ever happened to Bennett, they needed a good quarterback to get them to the championship. So I say that. Smart sees Beck's potential and how great he is and how talented he is. Beck ranks 7th in the whole country in passing yards with 2,462 and needs 10th yards per attempt, as his average 9.4 yards per attempt. He is also completing 73% of his passes this season. He is only hurting in touchdown passes. And now I think he is at 14 the last time I checked. Did I say that right, Lisa?
Yeah, he's at 14.
Okay. So this is, again, Georgia has a first-year offensive coordinator, Bobo. So here you have a first-year offensive coordinator working with a junior quarterback who was backup last year, starting this year, and they're averaging 40.5 points. So to me, I still think that Beck has got some great potential. Now for my next thought. And just hear me out, guys. I can see Beck being faced with a very difficult choice at the very end of the season. You watch me. Lisa, you got that? Recorded me?
We got it recorded.
All right. I can see Beck getting an opportunity to get drafted into the pros. Just saying, if they win the national championship, I can see Beck getting a very similar proposition that we saw from another junior quarterback in the past. And that quarterback didn't even get a national championship under their belt. Just saying. I'm just saying. I think that Beck has the potential. They are already comparing him to the next Aaron Murray, based on his statistics alone. And the kid is not even finished with the season yet. I mean, I see so much potential out of the kid.
I couldn't agree more. I definitely can see him getting drafted into the pros. The question is that will he continue to play for the Bulldogs and come back his senior year, or could he do what Murray did?
See, I think, me personally, if he does win the national championship this year, I could see him staying. And here's the reason why. I think he would want to outdo his former predecessor, Bennett. If we win the national championship, I think he'll come back a senior year. Just my thoughts or my theory. I don't have no proof on that, of course.
That could get interesting. Imagine if we had another national championship win under our belt.
Ooh, one Bulldog fan could hope. I don't even know if that's possible. We'll have to look that up and see if a college football team has won 4 national championships in a row. I know if we win the third, we're like up there in the top 4, I think, if I remember reading that right. But yeah, we'll have to just wait and see what happens. He's definitely got some serious potential, and we have some more games again we have to still play to see what he can be. But I only see Beck getting better. I don't see him getting worse.
I agree. I think that Beck has got some potential that's untapped that we haven't quite seen yet.
Yes, ma'am. I agree. Well, that's it for this segment, guys. Y'all give us what y'all think. Again, we're just giving you our 2 cents based on what we're reading, based on what we're seeing. Do you think that Beck has the potential to be the next Aaron Murray? I don't know if I want him to perform the maneuver that Murray did and get drafted into the pros his junior year, but if Beck doesn't get a national championship win this year, I could see him going pro if he gets offered the draft. I don't know. He's got the potential. If he doesn't have a national championship win under his belt, he could look at that money as a possible shift in his career. Murray did not get to the national championship, but yet he became one of the youngest, I believe, rookies with the most paid drafting contract, if I remember reading that right.
I believe so, unless there was somebody else after him.
Yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, y'all, leave us some comments. You can email us. Go to our website. Remember, that link is in the podcast description below. Just click the See More, and you'll be able to click on that link through Spotify. The other podcast channels you might have to copy and paste. But let us know what y'all think. Don't forget you can call us, 706-389-0770. We'd love to hear from you, so don't go anywhere. We're going to be back right after this.
Between the Hedges is brought to you by
Sarah, the wax boss for Scentsy. You have a hair lady, nail lady, and maybe a massage lady. But do you have a wax lady? They are more than just warmers and wax cubes. Their products range from inside the home to inside your car, as well as your pets. Go to our website and under the sponsors section, click Sarah, the wax boss for Scentsy, and get your Scentsy ordered today. Michelle's Custom Design. They make all sorts of custom sports wreaths, Christmas wreaths, and door signs. They can customize your order to your likings. Go to our website and under our sponsors section, click on Michelle's Custom Design to see what they have to offer. It's not too late to get your Georgia.
Welcome back to Between the Hedges, everyone, and I'm your host, Russ, and you think you're funny, don't you, Lisa?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't think I just heard what you just played? I know what you just did there. I know what you did.
What? I thought they'd like to hear that song from King Bowser. It's a good song.
I rarely make mistakes. You know that, right?
Hey, let me scoot over a little bit. I don't want to get struck by lightning.
It was an honest mistake. I had barely had a cup of coffee. I just said Bowser by accident, okay? But it would be kind of funny if they did call on that.
Oh yeah, I think that would sound so great coming from the announcer's voice. He just ran for a 20-yard touchdown. Bowser gets the touchdown for the win for the Bulldogs.
Well, okay. So I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to say Bowser. Let's just go ahead and move on from this, okay?
Sure thing. Peaches, 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 peaches.
Oh, boy. Anyway, welcome back, everybody, to the podcast. Who's been listening, thank you so much. If you're still listening, if you haven't already stopped listening by now, and we're just talking to ourselves, in the studio here, or my kitchen, I should say. But anyway, what do you got planned for tonight, Lisa? I dare ask.
Oh, I'm going to the movies.
Nice. What you going to go see?
The Marvels.
All right. Well, y'all have fun.
What are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm going to a men's conference in Brunswick.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, my church has been planning this for almost a year now, so I've been super excited about going. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Will you be safe on the road?
I sure will. Well, thank you to all of our loyal listeners. Don't forget to follow or hit that follow button. Remember, Lisa's got to buy me donuts if you don't. And then don't forget to turn on that notification so that you guys can stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Between the Hedges podcast.
Yes, and don't forget to check out our website. Remember, the information is in the podcast description below.
That's right. And don't forget, you can also call us at 706-389-0770. If you guys want to leave a message, you can. Remember, please keep it family friendly. And make sure you guys have a great day tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow is game day.
That's right. I'll see you tomorrow.
You're coming?
Yeah, Betty invited me.
Oh, I see how it is. I send you an invite and you say, I'll see. But Betty sends you an invite and you're like, I'm coming.
I can't believe you. You're crazy.
I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested.
Ah, I see what you just did there.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Anyway, I'm good to go. How about you?
Yep, I'm good to go too. We'll talk to you guys later on. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Have a great weekend, everybody. From Between the Hedges podcast, go
Go Dogs!
Dogs!